Hello and welcome to Boomer Live, ladies and gentlemen. And today's game is me versus Sandeepani. More like RCB versus KKR, you want to say, but I like to say it's me versus Sandeepani. That's the game that we have on our hands. And we have Sandeepani who will be analyzing through his biases as to who you should pick. 10 KKR players is what he says. But we'll still see how many KKR, how many RCB players do we pick on our fantasy team. But yeah, jokes aside, when we pick our fantasy team, we always play to win. And that's why I urge you all to join our fantasy contest with Boomer 11. Click on the link below where you join our Telegram channel and play our fantasy contest with Boomer 11. This IPL, you can win some mega prizes with us, and daily you can win 2,250 rupees if you're in India, and if you're in UAE, you can win 100 dirhams. So, without wasting any time, get onto our Telegram channel and join our private contest, and we'll be sending out the link once you make the payment. Sandipani is here with me. Sandipani, what do you reckon about this match? It's in Chinnaswamy. Last 9 games won by all home teams.
Yeah, that is a very interesting fact. Last 9 games, 9 games won by the home team. But would you really consider Chinnaswamy as RCB's home? I mean, especially
Nah,
against KKR, I think Andrew
yeah,
Russell will rather fancy his chances of making it his own home. But yeah, from whatever results we have seen in the past from between KKR and RCB at Chinnaswamy, KKR absolutely loves playing at the Chinnaswamy. You would have glimpses of Andrew Russell chasing 51 or 14 deliveries against RCB and stuff like that. It's the thing of the legends. We lead the head-to-head records from 19 to 14. So I am very pretty confident regarding my chances. And it was not 10 players. I wanted 11, but I'm not really confident about Mitchell Stark. So I'll go with 10.
yeah. So that's not possible. Unfortunately, in fantasy team, you can only go up to seven. And me being the moderator here, we will restrict even seven. So either way, Sandeepani, what do you reckon about this game, especially two teams? KKR won a game. I think it's been a week since they played, almost a week since they
Yeah.
played. I think 6 days since they last played a game, and that was a very close game in Kolkata where it came down to the last over where Harshit Rana pulled it out of the thin air for them. But other than that, for RCB, came close in the second game. They could have had two on the bounce where they would have had lost, but Dinesh Karthik saved the day for them, and RCB won all, and KKR won up. And if you look at the IPL points table as well, except for a CSK or maybe you can say Rajasthan, no other team has been really, you can't really say, wow, this team is covered all base. Even for KKR, for the matter, in that game, you saw 4 wickets being lost up front, and you saw where the game went down to the last over where it shouldn't have gone. For RCB as well, similarly, their big guns haven't fired yet, and there are still a lot of gaping holes. So, how do you see this from all these factors?
Yeah, right. I think from the team perspective, I think KKR would be really relieved, not
Sharad
just
says
happy.
KKR will lose, and RCB is what Sharad says. Yeah, Sharad, let's go.
I think,
But nonetheless,
yeah. I mean, from team perspective, I think KKR would be really relieved to have won that game against SRH. Similarly, RCB would be absolutely relieved to have won their last game because it was their game to lose. Basically, from say 14th or 15th over in the second innings, if you consider KKR were cruising, so were RCB. So I think both the teams would be relieved to have won the games that they should have won. But today, from a team perspective, if you ask me, I think KKR does not really have all bases covered, like you said. I mean, they are one of the worst teams in the power play, probably the worst team in the power play, both with bat and ball. But I think if you look at the squad composition from a bowling perspective, I think KKR, on paper at least, have a better, more rounded up, all suited bowling lineup this time around. The confidence that you did not have last time around, probably you will get this time around. I think it's a more balanced KKR side with Shreyas Iyer being back. I think it gives you that stability at the top of the order as well. With Gautam Gambhir, you can always expect surprises like a Ramandeep Singh coming in at number 6 and a Sunil Narayan coming in to open the innings for you. But I mean that is those sort of calls are something that you expect. But one thing I would like to see is Ramandeep Singh playing. I mean, being there on on the second innings as well when KKR is bowling, because he is a decent bowler and KKR can really use his services with the ball as well. So not to be impact substituted like the last time. I feel he can contribute with the ball as well. From an RCB standpoint, I think Kohli's form is something that they would really bank on. Faf du Plessis is a player that provided one good start couldn't really get going in the last game. But today, I think against KKR, if you see the records of Kohli, Faf du Plessis, and Maxwell, I think those three pretty much have a very good record against KKR, and the onus would be on them to provide a good start. We have seen that RCB depend heavily on their top order to be successful in any season of the IPL. This time around, they have had the luxury of Anuj Rawat and a Dinesh Karthik coming in at number 6, number 7, and saving the ship for them. That is something new. But RCB would be really, really hoping that their bowler clicks. If the bowling department clicks, I think it is RCB's game. But they'll have their bowling department to
You
click, which
reckon
is a difficult.
RCB will be looking to try that two bounces and over quite effectively against KKR, considering that they've had struggles against bounces, and RCB is pace heavy, right? They're looking at that pace heavy where you have Siraj, you have Alzari, you have Yash Dayal, and if you want, you can even bring in a Cam Green or a Akash Deep, whatever the conditions may suit you.
Yeah, I think Cam Green is also bowling as the fifth bowling option. So they have basically four pacers. They are only relying on, say, 2 overs from Mayank Dagar and 2 overs from Karan Sharma to complete their 4 overs quota of spinner. But against KKR, I think Karan Sharma wouldn't be a very bad call. But the way the KKR batters were taking a toll on the likes of Mayank Markande, even though he picked up 2-3 wickets, I think and KKR will fancy their chances against short boundaries as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, from an RCB point of view, I think the opening spell from Yash Dayal and Mohammad Siraj are going to be critical. They can really, really, hurt KKR with their opening spell itself. As I said,
Yeah.
KKR are one of the worst teams, or probably the worst team in the IPL when you talk about their performances with the bat in the power plays. So Yash Dayal, 3 overs in the power plays, redemption game for him. Probably he can even bowl to a Rinku
You
Singh in
want
the
to
power
see,
play itself.
yes, there was a Rinku part two.
Yeah, I think the best RCB would fancy their chances of Yasdal versus Rinku Singh battle if they can somehow get 3 to 4 wickets in the power plays itself.
I mean, it'd be great if Yashtiel can pick up Rinku. That'll be great redemption. I mean, he himself will be confident after that. I mean, the chapter was closed. Everybody wrote him off. I think he got into some fever. He was talking about in the interview recently that he felt sick after that game.
Basically, he became Gujarat Titans trash after this game, according to Mulli
Yeah,
Kartik.
according to Murali
Hopefully, he
Kartik.
can be RCB's treasure after this
Pressure.
game.
Who do you think will be under pressure? I think both the teams will be under equal amount of pressure, but RCB. Uh, no, I think KKR will be slightly under pressure because of one reason. I feel because of the fact that the two bouncers of rule. They want that power play to be capitalized because they can't always afford to lose 4 or 5 wickets up front and give the owners on Russell to save the ship. It doesn't work that way, and you don't expect Russell to click all 14 games or all 10 to 12 games. Russell will save the ship 5 times out of 14 or 4 times out of 14. Rest of the times, other batters will have to take the onus. And
But I
Rinku
think
Singh,
Russell would really fancy his chances of those 4 games out of 14 being against RCB and CSK, because these are the two teams that he loves the most.
yeah.
I think his performance is
I think that's
really,
why
really.
we'll come to who we should have in our fantasy pick. Without any further ado, let's get into who are the players who will fancy facing each other. Once again, Iyer will be under scanner for short balls. Yes, Kapil, I think so. Let's see how things
But
go. Let's pick
but
up
you
the
can be
wicketkeeper.
confident of the fact that Iyer can come after the in the post match conference and give a Hardik Pandya sort of an interview, saying that I am an expert of the short ball
Yeah,
and
I,
stuff
I
like
like
that.
what I saw today.
I like what I saw today.
But ये तो सही है. But either ways, let's pick up the wicket keepers. Who do you have? We have so many options. Phil Salt has been in good form, scored a 50. Dinesh Karthik. Do you still fancy your chances picking up a wicket keeper who might contribute a lot more with the bat rather than picking up a lower order wicket keeper?
I think Anuj Rawat and Phil Salt can be your bets, but for the timing you can go with Phil Salt because Anuj
Phil
Rawat
Salt.
is
We
giving a
come
lot of
back to
points
Anuj
keeping as
Rawat.
well. Yeah.
Yes. Shreyas Iyer or Nitish Ram?
I mean, Shreyas Iyer and Rinku Singh are the two players that should be your safe picks.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
I hmm.
I agree because Rinku Singh, I still think he can come good, and that Dayal Rinku battle is always going to be interesting to watch. I think we must have Virat Kohli. He's had a
And
decent
Faf.
record against KKR over the years, and he'll be one player who you should have.
Kohli and Faf, I think, are two players that you need to pick. Uh,
Faf, considering there'll be spin threat, you still go with Faf.
yeah, I would still go with Faf, given the
I
fact
know
that
why.
he
I
can.
just want to pick up a Rajat Patidar today for some reason.
Rajat
It's a
Patidar
left field
wouldn't
call.
be a bad call. Would be a good left field choice, but I think Faf du Plessis would be a safe call, safe bet because
Should we go left
KKR.
field or should we go safe for the viewers?
We can go left field if you have a gut feeling on Rajat Patidar. I wouldn't discount that.
Yeah, I think it's upon you guys again. Whatever your intuition says, right? When you're picking a fantasy team, remember always
Mhm.
that, yeah, you might want to pick up a Rajat Patidar and you'll be like, what if he doesn't come today? Obviously, there are reasons for that, right? Because, he has not played well in how many games? Uh, Maybe for last 6, 7 games, India, everything counted. He's not scored a lot
Yeah.
of runs. So that's obviously what the
And leaving
stats
out
say.
Faf Duplessis in a game against KKR is going to be a little risky because you know that RCB, I mean KKR are not very good with the ball in the power play. So Faf can really score 30-35 runs in the power play
Yeah,
itself.
so yeah, it's upon you again. I mean, you can also pick Faf in your team. You can go with 5 batters, but that's always going to be a little bit of risk. You're discounting on your bowling, and it is Swami. Keep that in mind. Batting always adds that value as well. Do you want to go with 5 batters?
No, no, because I think we'll pick quite a few all rounders because we have to pick a Cameron Green, we have to pick a Maxwell, we have to pick a Russell. So three all rounders are set in that way.
Agreed. Let's go to the all rounders. Interesting choices. What we have here. I think we have to pick an Andre Russell. No doubt.
Absolutely.
Andre
Russell
Russell,
and I
Sunil
think
Narine is
Maxwell
like
as
a
well because I think Maxwell is perform. I don't know about Sunil Narayan. Sunil Narayan has a very good record against RCB, but
yeah, he
I
does.
mean, yeah, he does. But then he'll have to adjust. He'll have probably space of only two bowlers. I think you can't
Yeah,
do that.
that's not a good idea. I think we will go with Maxwell and I don't know why. I
You
just
have,
have a feeling on Cam Green as well, but I'll go with
yeah, you have to pick
Maxwell.
Cameron Green. I think Cameron Green will be a good asset with both bat and ball.
Okay, so we have 3 bowlers now to
Hmm.
pick from. I am picking up a Varun Chakravarti for sure. His record against RCB is phenomenal. There is no
Mhm.
doubt about it. Suyash Sharma, he had a decent game against RCB if you remember in his debut.
Yeah, but I won't go on and pick up two spinners from the same team if I can. I
So
think
would
Varun
you pick
Chakravarti is a
up?
safe bet. If given an option, I think if you
Would
want
you
to
pick a
go a
Harshit
little bit,
Rana or a Stark?
I think Stark. I think Stark.
Or would you? I think we have to pick a Siraj. I think Siraj isn't a bad idea,
Yeah,
considering that
Siraj
he
is a
was.
very good call, and I think then you would probably have options between. No, you can really go with Mitchell Stark because you have three bowling options from RCB as well. Because Maxwell is will come and bowl 2-3 overs. Cam
Yeah,
Green is coming in and bowling 3-4 overs as well.
yeah, I agree. So that's our
But if
team.
you
I mean,
want to
we've
go,
gone.
if you want to go a bit risky, or I mean, left field choices. Some of the left field choices will be instead of Mitchell Stark, you can probably go in with a Alzari Joseph for today's game, considering
Yeah,
the short pitch deliveries. But then again, and if you really want to pick up Sunil Narayan, I think you can probably do away with Rajat Patidar
yeah,
and get in a Sunil Narayan as well. But I think this is
agreed.
a balanced team, a pretty balanced team.
A very balanced team indeed. How do you see the captaincy, vice captaincy choices for this game? I reckon that we
I think
have to go.
after I mean last match's performance and Russell's
I think
form
Russell
against
is a good
RCB,
captaincy
I
choice.
think Russell is going to be most
I think
of.
we can give two all rounders as captain in this game. Captain or vice
I don't
captain.
think Virat Kohli will be a bad option for a captain as well. He has always scored runs against KKR.
Yes,
Not
but I
probably
think
most
all rounders
convincingly.
in a game like this will give you a lot more points, especially
That
that
is true as well.
edge. Virat Kohli
I
can be
think
in your team,
it's
but captaincy,
I think it's high time that a player like Maxwell really proves his potential. He has proved his potential with the ball on two occasions, I think, but he
yeah.
a big
I
score
think
from
Maxwell
Maxwell
and
is due
Russell
with the
can
bat.
be your power pack captaincy choices because you know if they do well, you get a lot of points, and not just normal amount of points, crazy amount of points. So
Absolutely.
that's what's going to differentiate. We've gone with the left field choice, and but as I mentioned, you can go in with the Faf, you can go in with the Nitish Rana, whoever you feel like, but going with the left field choice isn't a bad idea at the end of the day because it might just edge you past your competitors. Remember, your competitors will always be having similar amount of players. So you have to have someone who's a differentiator. And if Rajat comes good today, then you are really on top of the game. So that's where we picked in Rajat. And instead of a Stark, as we suggested, you can go in Alzar. It's your choice, and however you feel like. I think that's our team for the night. I mean, we picked up 6-5 with a combination of. If you want to put the formation, we've got one wicket keeper, 4 batters, 3 bowlers, and 3 all-rounders. The same 4-3-3, which we've been picking quite often, and it's come to good. It's come good most of the games whenever we picked
And
four
only
three three.
six KKR players. I think you would be very happy with that.
Pretty much, it's a balanced one. I mean, we picked it. I mean, it was our choice. We could have gone in with Alzari or Stark. I mean, 6 RCB as well. Stark, considering the left arm angle which he brought in, like could be a little bit of difference. I don't know why I'm feeling Yash Dayal isn't a bad option. If you guys want to pick someone to pick wickets, Yash
Yeah, I
Dayal
think
against
Mohammad Siraj
KKR.
and Yasdayal, I think you can even choose between them because with the new ball, I think Siraj really exploited the short ball in the last game, especially in his second spell.
I
He
think
came and
Yash
picked up two
Dayal, who can
wickets.
swing the ball up front, right, and get you a couple of
Right.
wickets, that's in the bad option. And I think last year David Willey did a good game again, had a good game against our KKR up
KKR.
front with the new ball. So
Especially
yeah,
if you
you
are
can put that.
having the likes of Sunil Narayan coming and opening the batting for you, I think Yasdayal would be a very good call because then you would probably have the opportunity of picking up 2 3 wickets at the top once again.
Yeah. So this is options. This is another option you can go in with. I think that's about it from us. Thank you, Sandeepani, for joining. I once again urge you all to make your team on Boom 11. Click on the link on the description and join our contest. And there's your opportunity to make your team with Boom 11. Thank you, Sandeepani, once again.
I
Have a
would
good
once
time.
again say the best thing, Abel, you have done for RCB this time around is run away from RCB from Bangalore for this game.
Yeah.
I think otherwise we would have smashed you.
Otherwise, we would have been meeting today in one of the pubs and would have been talking about it. And Sandeepani, I would have seen Sandeepani's emotions all around.
Yeah, we would have seen all phases of my emotion, and the
I think we
latest one
should
would
do a
have been
live
ecstasy.
stream. Who's saying no for a watch along for RCB KKR game?
I think it will
How do
depend
you
on
fancy
situations.
RCB KKR IPL final, Sandeepani?
I wouldn't mind that because RCB would find it very difficult to win, especially finals, and that too
I
against
think it's in
KKR.
Chennai, so I don't want to face KKR there. It's gonna turn. So we'll rather face some other game. We'll face it in the knockout, some
We all
eliminator or
know the
something.
final is going to be between CSK and GT once again, with hopeless teams.
Oh, yes, predicted already. Very interesting. Anyways, have a good time, all of you. See you all soon.
Good night.